Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to this new video, and today I'm gonna show you the new vehicle I got to move around Madrid, an exclusively electric vehicle. If you want to know more about it, you know what to do. Stay right here on TechGround. Well guys, this will be a hybrid video because part of it will be recorded outside on the street with the bike and another part I'll be recording right now. I am the future me, so I can say more things that I could at the day I was recording that, and I can give a clearer verdict about the vehicle. I can give more concrete details about the bike, my conclusions on it, the gears it has, and such. So first of all, let's start with the unboxing. As you can see, I received this giant box and I opened it. When I took out the bike, something very good about this bike is that it comes in one single piece. We don't have to do any strange assembly process, we don't have to set up the gears or anything at all. We just need to take it out of the box and start unfolding it. We take off each piece of protective padding and every protective measure it has all around it, and as you can see, it assembles in a very simple way. It has this kickstand so we can support it and set it up much more easily. Once we have fully unfolded the bike, the next item we have to put on it is the seat. We just lock it into place, adjust it to our height, and I must say that it is quite comfortable. We also need to put on the pedals. The entire gearing system is already in place. Only the pedals, the bases we need to operate the bicycle, need to be attached. And it's very simple really, we just need to screw them in, and that's pretty much it. We remove all the protectors and plastic covers all around the bike, and our bike is ready to use on the street. Well, once we have our bike assembled and out of the box, I'll tell you about its technical aspects and go through its aesthetic details. And as you will see, it is a one-piece bike, which allows us to fold it so that we can store it perfectly inside a car trunk or carry it around to our office perhaps, although it weighs 22 kilograms, which is heavy compared to other electric scooters, but it's relatively light compared to other electric bicycles. Let's first see what comes with the bike. Of course, we have the bike itself, obviously, as well as two keys to help us remove the battery right here, and two remote controls that will allow us to lock, turn on, and secure the bike in place whenever we have to. The bike is entirely made out of aluminum, weighing 22 kilograms like I said earlier. In the central part, we find the battery, which will allow us to move the bicycle without having to pedal it. This battery is 350 watts, and with this cable right here, it powers the entire bicycle, which we can disconnect to remove the battery, which can be done easily as you will see. To do this, we first fold the seat forward by pushing this button here, and once the seat is up, let me just turn the bike around so you guys can see. We can unlock the battery with one of the keys and then remove it for charging really easily. This way we can charge it anywhere without having to carry the whole bike around. For example, when we get to work, we won't have to carry the whole bike inside to charge the battery. We just have to carry the battery and charge it upstairs. To reinsert the battery, it's the same process. We just have to slide it back into place all the way down and lock it in with the key. As you can see, it's now locked, and then we put the seat back in place in its original position. The bike also comes with a security system that will alert us in case of theft or potential theft. Alright, the bike is turned on now. If we want to turn it off, we press the lock button on the key and the screen will turn off. And now in theory, if I try to take it, there it is, you can hear it, the alarm will go off. If we let go of it, the alarm stops, but if we take it again, the alarm turns on again. In order to stop the alarm, we press the lock button on the remote, and the alarm turns off. Now let's talk about folding the bike to make it compact for easier transport. As I mentioned earlier, it is a one-piece bike, and we can fold it to transport it in a much more comfortable manner, so to speak. It's important to note that it still weighs 22 kilograms, and as I said in the beginning, it's not much for an electric bike, but it is a lot to move around often. It is pretty comfortable though to fold it and fit it easily inside of a car trunk. In order to do this, we follow a series of steps. We start by folding the pedals inward in a manner such as this, by pressing this latch over here inwards like this, and pushing each of the pedals inward. The same with this one. Next up, we fold the handlebar using this other latch. It will fold like this, and then we must fold the main frame of the bike in this way. We tuck in this latch here, and this is how the bike becomes compact for easier transport. To unfold it, we just have to reverse the process And we reassemble the handlebar, then the frame, like so, and then we have to place the pedals on their original positions. This piece here has come off from a pedal, that's it. It came out, it wasn't fixed on. There we go. This display will light up when we turn on the bike using the remote control by pressing the lightning bolt button over here. If we keep it pressed, you will see that there it is, the display comes on. This display will show us the speed we are traveling at, as well as the distance, the kilometers, the miles we have traveled. By pressing this M button over here, we can change the mode we are using. It was in eco mode, as you can see, and we will be able to change it to middle mode, which will give us more speed. And then we have high mode, which will allow us to reach our top speed. On the right, these bars over here will indicate to us the battery that still remains inside of the bike. I must say that when it comes to the seat and handlebar adjustments, this bicycle is somewhat limited. And in my case, I am 180 something meters tall, 182 or 83, not much more than that. So in my case, this bike feels a bit cramped for me. I don't recommend it for anyone taller than me, or even if you're the same height as me, I don't recommend it, okay? I do recommend it for people who are less than 180 meters tall. The seat can be raised high enough, but the handlebar cannot, so it won't make much of a difference if your seat is high up, you will have a hunched ride. And as the handlebar is fixed in place, you will be limited in your comfort level. The pedals are also pretty small, making it uncomfortable for taller individuals. The manufacturer states that the bike can support up to 150 kilograms, but this is a stretch, as well as the height issue. My girlfriend and I weigh around that same amount combined, and we tried getting on the bike at the same time. We luckily didn't fall down, but this definitely is not a two-person bicycle. My girlfriend and I aren't exactly giants. I am about 180 meters tall and she's about 160 something. Pretty average heights, but leaning towards the taller side, so to speak. So when we tried getting on the bicycle, for starters, due to its size, it wasn't comfortable to get two people on it, not at all. Even though one of the spots on the bike is indeed a seat. But yeah, it may work for two smaller individuals or for two children, but it will not work for two bigger people. When it comes to power, we tried to move it with both of us on board, but it would not budge, okay? I admit I have gotten a bit carried away with sweets and I have a bit of a gut, but even so, 150 kilos is what my girlfriend and I weigh together, and the bike struggled to move us both. Now, I must comment on the final conclusions I made, the selling price and such. Let me talk about the speed first. The manufacturer claims it can reach 23-25 kilometers an hour depending on acceleration, which is true. On downhill slopes, it can reach easily 30 kilometers an hour due to inertia, your own movement downhill. On flat terrain, it does maintain the claimed speed, but uphill, don't think that just because it's an e-bike, it goes up like a rocket. You will need to pedal, and pedal hard. So bearing in mind what I have just said, I believe this bike is quite interesting, quite good in terms of quality and performance, but it still is very, very limited. However, due to my height and my weight, it's not the bike I personally would buy or recommend for someone my same weight and same height, 182 and above. I would personally recommend another type of bicycle. If you are shorter, it could be a good option. Because it's versatile, it's lightweight for an electric bicycle, it's foldable to carry around, and it's very convenient for city use, but this previous point will limit it. So that's it, I'll leave you with the past me to finish the video. Finally, we must talk about the price for this bike, which comes at 599 euros. You must bear in mind that this bike is suitable for city use, cities such as Madrid and other big cities. It is an interesting option to bear in mind. It is not a bike you can take out into the field. You can technically use it there, but it is not optimized for off-road use, but for city use. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. I will be reading all of your comments down below. And that's it guys, I'll see you soon, and I'll leave on my new e-bike. See ya!